Hello, Moletrap here again, doing the seventh game of this skins match between Bisu and Anytime. And I know this was played like 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, but I started off the set and I just kind of basically wanted to finish it. And I know I've wasted a lot of time instead of doing commentaries over spring break, so kind of pumping them all out here today, and this should be an exciting matchup. It's been a pretty exciting set the whole time, and that's kind of what I was anticipating from these two players, and so I have not been let down. That is for sure. I'm really looking forward to this last match as well. It's almost too bad that this is the last match, but then, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a ton of games coming out pretty soon. We've got Pro League coming up. We've got the Star Leagues starting up with ODT and the qualifying rounds and that sort of thing. GOM TV is putting on all this random crap. They just did a weird little random four-person tournament for no reason at all. Well, I mean, I guess they're just trying to keep the hype up and all that, but it was yeah, it was. It's like, let's just get four random players that happen to be big names, and we'll just throw them together and see what happens. It was pretty. I didn't see a real point for it. It's not like there was no reason for it. There was no qualifying rounds or anything like that. They didn't even pick them. I don't think for any particular reason. I guess maybe it was top placing people in the OSL or something like that, because that's the only way they could include Savior in that group, because he has not been doing well at all recently. Anyways, whatever. We got all this stuff coming up, though, and again, we got a lot of English commentators now at sc2gg.com, so check that out, and we basically got different commentators signing up for different groups and different matches for the Pro League. Pro League's coming up, too, so, we got someone doing a certain matchup between the Pro League. We got someone that signed up to do the grouping for ODT, things like that. So getting a lot of it covered, basically. So a lot of the StarCraft coming up, you're going to be able to watch in English commentary. It's a very, very exciting time to see professional StarCraft being available so much in English now, both on YouTube and on online, and also in the professional scene with Tasteless doing his professional English commentaries over there as well. So, yeah, first of all, we got, by the way, this is Bisu here in the top left corner, going with two gates. Anytime going with two gates in the bottom left corner. In yellow, Bisu's the one in red here. Interesting that they've both chosen to go for two gates here. I've talked about this at length in the previous games, but just, to go over it real quick, if you have to go for the two gates, usually it's kind of a safe move to go for if you haven't scouted the other guy out yet, because then you're afraid that they've gone two gates and gone for a rush. Anytime did scout Bisu's base very quickly, though, so I'm kind of surprised that he went for that two gate. Again, it's possible that he went for the two gates either A, before he scouted Bisu and saw that Bisu had gone for the two gates, or the other possibility is that he saw those two gates and he was worried that Bisu was going to try a rush, which frankly I wouldn't be too worried about. It hasn't been very nice zealot placement right on the middle of that ramp there, able to keep that scout out, and that's going to piss Bisu off. He's not going to let that happen. He's going to keep persisting, trying to get that scout in there no matter what. Bisu always tries to know what the other person is doing, and I mean, once he knows what the other person is doing, he uses it, and he will make them pay for him knowing what they're doing, if that makes any sense. In any case, yeah, so anytime Scott has zealots back from that ramp, it's interesting because he's able to deny Bisu that scout, so it's possible that he's keeping those zealots back so that Bisu, if he tries to go in there again, does not see those extra zealots. He might want to convince Bisu that he's going for some tech or something like that instead. Both players going mirror builds, though. It's amazing to watch sometimes when two players that are of such high caliber, they know their builds so well. Even when they don't scout each other, they end up doing exactly the same thing. That's how refined they have their builds now. And it looks like Anytime's going to try and chase off that probe there. He's got a couple other extra zealots now that he's going to put on that ramp. I mean, he's had the zealots, but now he's going to I don't know. But yeah, both players getting their expansion down behind their base. This is, by the way, this is another map similar to Loki, where you've got your ramp and then you've got your expansion behind your base as well. And I've actually forgotten the name of this map. This is I've been playing the It's Time to Guess the Map game all day, but I've forgotten the name of this map. I know this. I know what this map looks like, but I've forgotten the name for some reason. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's just from last season, I believe. So, well, no, maybe from the previous season. No, I'm sorry. This is from earlier last year, I believe. I was thinking it was from last season because we just saw the game on this in the Pro League finals. The one which was, who was that? Gogo versus, oh, I forgot who it was, but that was the crazy match where Jangbi. It was Jangbi versus Gogo. Was it Gogo? Oh well, it doesn't matter because this is Protoss versus Protoss. But that was that game where we saw two Reavers get something like 50 SCV kills, and Jangbi still lost the match because he just stormed down his ramp with all of his forces and got slaughtered by the Terran's tanks, and then because he figured he had an economic advantage, but the Terran had so much forces built up that it didn't really matter, and he was able to just stomp all over him. In any case, so we got Anytime going for the robotics facility, Bisu also going for the robotics facility, Good Man not going for that stupid DT rush that didn't work like 4 times in a row. Anytime putting a probe up in the top right here, he could be trying to get a hidden expansion there in the top right. Maybe he's checking for hidden expansions from Bisu as well as the other possibility. We'll see if it looks like he may have just been searching there. We'll find out. This map does have island expansions in the 6 o'clock and the 12 o'clock positions. So it's possible if someone does want to go for a hidden expansion, I would expect them more to go for one of those expansions, since that would be obviously easier to deal with. He's got a pylon there. That's interesting. It might just be a scouting pylon, so that if Bisu does put a hidden expansion in that top right corner, they'll be able to see it. Interesting. Could just be he needed a pylon, I guess. He wanted to put one out there for fun. Robotic support bay going down for Anytime, and observatory up first for Bisu. That's what Bisu usually does. Okay, maybe actually they might be going the same thing. It's hard. I didn't see if Bisu had a support bay going down, but it looks like he went for the. It looks like Bisu went for the observatory only for now. He's probably going for the support bay first. I mean second. Bisu usually does go for the observatory first. Like I said earlier, he's very, very big on making sure he has that intelligence. But it looks like Anytime is gone for the support, but he's probably waiting on a Reaver there. He may produce an observer first, just because observers are very, very quick to come out, and so he might as well spend another 15, 20 seconds getting that observer out there. It's hard to say. But it's also possible that he is going for the Reaver first, since he did get that support bay up first. And he's going to try and get that Reaver out earlier, do a little bit of harassment first, or obviously he could try to do an early push. This map, it's because there's that expansion way in the back there. It is relatively easy to squeeze your shuttle there in behind their base and get a nice little drop going. And that's exactly what Anytime is worried about. You see, he's got that line of Dragoons along the top of his base because he's expecting Bisu to possibly do the same thing. Bisu ferrying some units over to his new expansion at the 12 o'clock position. That is one of the island expansions, like I mentioned before. Anytime is moving out, though. He's taking those Dragoons off of his top there, and I don't know if he knew that was safe to do. He does have observers around, so he may have spotted Bisu's tech. He may know that that's a safe thing to do because he is moving out now, bringing his shuttle along with him. There's a Reaver inside it, so this is Anytime trying to make a push here with that early Reaver, but he needs to go in quickly. He's just chilling outside Anytime's base. Maybe, he's going to try and maybe harass this expansion up here first. He's got to know it's there. Oh, that he didn't know the Dragoons were there, perhaps. But yeah, he's taken a little bit of risk by moving that, having that Reaver out earlier. Wait, what's in that shuttle? That's strange. What's in that shuttle? I'm sure he doesn't have 2 Reavers out yet. Maybe he's going for some kind of a containment. That's so weird, though. Because he's taken the risk by getting the early Reaver, and now he's not using it. Now he's not using the early Reaver. So he's basically lost it. And is that another robotics facility going up for Bisu? Wow, which is interesting. we'll have to see. He might be going for some sort of mass reaver strategy. We actually saw Stork do this to him in their final set in the MSL a couple seasons ago. Although that was a little bit, he got his mass reavers earlier. It was more of a rush, so that's, I guess, kind of a different story. But it'll be interesting to see if that's why he's gone for that second robotics facility to get mass reavers. It'll be hard to tell. He's getting that forge up so he can just plant down some cannons on that expansion and not have to worry about it anymore. Not have to keep his forces over there. And that Anytime is behind now economically. Anytime with a couple shuttles, though, it looks like. Going in with 2 shuttles here, dropping Dragoons and the Reaver. He's going to be able to take this expansion out. Bisu does not have his cannons up yet. It looks like Bisu is trying to get some forces, more forces ferried over there, trying to basically hide his forces in the back while he ferries more forces in there. He does not have, unless he has a Reaver in that shuttle, this is going to be catastrophic. It looks like he does not have anything in there.
Anytime GGs, I'm going to keep this
trying to drop Dragoons.
Thanks for watching.
But anytime